Okay, it's my pleasure to be here with Kris Krohn, and he is one of the founders of Stromberg. And when we have a conference, when MLMlegal.com sponsors a conference in Las Vegas, we often have the CEOs of companies. We often have their distributors, because it's important to know what makes companies great.
Yeah.
And of course, my observation is nobody starts on top.
Right.
Everybody starts at the bottom. But I'm curious, Kris. Tell me about Stromberg, and tell me about its origins, and tell me about the triumphs and difficulties you had in doing this.
I appreciate that, Jeff. I'll tell you, Stromberg is 5 years in the making. And in fact, I can tell you that for the first 4 years, we kept tweaking our formula, because we have a very complicated product that produces amazing transformation for people that will leverage and use it. And it took a long time to really dial that in. It came down to very humble beginnings, where we started with absolutely nothing. And we were encouraged to keep formulating our product and helping people achieve success through real estate investment with the feedback from our clients that we would get. And then we'd bring on more clients, and then we would tweak our program, and then we'd figure out how to help them successfully purchase more real estate. And we learned along the way about things like sleep well at night accounts. There's a certain amount of money that people want to have in bank accounts to feel comfortable. And really, it's come down to an amazing team and culture here at Stromberg, where everyone works together very, very well. We have a culture of being very hardworking and putting the client first. And that's a really short answer for our history over the last 4 years. That it was about a year ago when we finally said, this product, where we've helped over 1,000 people experience some pretty powerful principles, concepts, and even financial changes in their life, very positive changes. We said, we're not tweaking the formula anymore. So it's time to really put it out there on the market. And that's where we actually sought down direct marketing as a very good distribution line for that, and took about a year to build that company and put it together, and now we finally released it to the market.
You didn't start in direct selling or network
No.
marketing, and you had a lot of success. You were doing seminars, and what was it that caused you, or basically prompted you to say, you know what, we want to try to leverage this into something more, using the direct selling model?
It's interesting when you have a recession, the one that we've had these last several years. It brings up challenges, and one of the challenges we've personally experienced is in the world of marketing. We've spent millions of dollars on TV, on radio, all sorts of different advertising mediums. And the things that used to be profitable they were becoming less profitable over time. And yet we were actually becoming better at who we were. We were becoming better at our messaging. And years ago, we had actually put together a single tier referral program, because our clients, they would love their experience with us, that they'd want to share it with their friends and family. And it was only a matter of time before they started asking for a little referral fee when they would do that. And it turned into a little business for people. And so our clients would experience their own success, and then they'd want to share it with people. And when those people would get started with us, we'd pay them a little referral fee. We ran that program for years. And then we had something tragic happen last year, where we actually lost 2 of our best salespeople in a plane crash. And when that happened, there was a month of mourning, and also a month to say, okay, what's going on here? All these marketing dollars aren't working for us. This little referral program has actually produced some of our very best clients, but we haven't really given any attention to it. And that's where we decided that if we were going to not just survive this economic situation, but if we actually wanted to thrive and do very, very well, that we would have to think very, very far outside the box. And an individual that works here in this company actually had a friend that knew somebody, and before we knew it, we were sitting in Mike Sheffield's office, and Mike was sharing with us what direct sales could do for our company if we took it to a very serious level. And it didn't take a whole lot of contemplation before we determined to assemble what we call a world-class team, and to put the appropriate funds towards this project. And like I said, it took a long time to build, but was so incredibly worthwhile. And so that's how we got from point A to where we're at today. And I do have to say this, I've met, as far as our consultants go, we call them our IBDs, our independent business developers. They're some of the most amazing amazing people, and really happy to bring this opportunity to them.
Now, in our field in direct selling, whatever it is you're doing, it needs to stand on its own. It needs to be something that you can look somebody in the eye and say, I really think I'm doing something good for you. And you seem to, in bringing people to your company, being able to spot great income values in markets like Las Vegas or Phoenix, seeing basically the probably the bright side of our real estate downturn.
Right.
How did you spot that to begin with?
It's really interesting. We sought out direct sales because at the end of the day, we're not marketers. What we are is we're real estate people. We love real estate, and real estate is a living, breathing organism. Part of keeping ahead of the game in real estate and being ahead of the curve is always knowing where you want to be 2 years from now, 5 years from now. And because it's a living, breathing organism that's always changing, we always have our eye on the market, and we're looking for trends, and we're looking for opportunities. So when we decided 18 months ago to open up some of those hot markets, and now Florida, for example, it's because it's perfect timing. You look at you look at the number of foreclosures, and those people want to get back in those homes, and at the auctions and through other mediums and REO listings, that they're being just sold at ridiculous discounts. And so our eye for our investors and for our clients is to make sure that they're getting the very best product on the market. Why are we in Vegas and Phoenix and Florida and these other markets? Because it's where the best product is, and our clients deserve that.
Sounds like you intend to be more than just real estate, though, Kris. Sounds like you have a vision, which is important in any successful direct selling company. What's your vision of where you're going to be 5 years from now?
If you look at what we do in real estate is a business in the box. And it's a really good business the way that we run that business. But what we really take a stand for is entrepreneurship. I believe that we've got a lot of social woes in our country today, and I believe one thing that's really going to change that climate is when we have a way to support the entrepreneurs of this country. A lot of people have given up on entrepreneurship, and what we're doing is we're putting hope back into it with business models that work. And real estate is just one type of business. 5 years from now, we will have all sorts of entrepreneurial programs to create a home, a place for people to come that say, hey, you know what? What if I want more for my life? What if I have a vision and a dream for an idea in my head that I want to bring to the market? And we want to be there to help those individuals bring their product more successfully to market than they could on their own.
What's your website?
It's www.reicglobal.com. We also have the stromberggroup.com as well.
I can see you're going places. I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jim.